जब मैं वापस इंडिया आया तो आपके पुतले जलाए जा रहे हैं. I spoke to my father. I was almost in tears. And then you go into this cocoon of thinking that everything is your mistake. I was too negative, Sameer. It's a very dark place.
Hi, I'm Sameer Kocher, and for the last 14 years, I have been extremely fortunate to get up close and interview some of the living legends of sport. But today, I'm not here to talk about what happens on the ground. I'm here to share with you a side of your favorite sports personalities that you must have never ever seen before. Welcome to Mind Matters, a unique initiative by Future Generali where we give you a sneak peek into the minds of successful sport personalities, where they get candid about their mental health, battles, challenges, and triumphs over mental health issues that they've suffered. Let's welcome our guest for today. Six-time AIFF Player of the Year, the all-time top goal scorer for the Indian national football team, and at 36 is still firing in the goals. No one is a stranger to this man's charisma and enigmatic skills. Yet, not many of us know that he has been vocal about how intense the period of lockdown was for him last year, not just as an athlete, but also as a person. So let's get to know our Captain Fantastic, the Bhai, Sunil Chhetri, a bit more.
Thank you so much, Sameer. I'm really happy to be here.
First of all, I want to ask you, how was the COVID recovery? How are you feeling right now? It's been a terrible time for everyone. I hope you're fine. I hope the wife is fine.
Sameer, it was bad, man.
Yeah.
So, really what happens is when you hear about COVID, you kind of think nothing's going to happen back to you. But I really want to admit this, that I was struggling the first 4 days. It was really, really bad. But after that, we are quite stable and recovering well. And just to encourage everyone to keep safe. It is not something that you should take lightly. Now that I've experienced it, I can say you firsthand.
You know what? Just want to start off with going back on your career. It's been like such a tremendous career for you. If anything that you went through in your early footballing days that kind of shook you up, gave you stress, gave you anxiety?
Yeah, a few major ones, Sameer. I think the one that I can think about right now is, I think, second year in Mohun Bagan. The first year went really well. That was my first professional year. And the second year, for things that I don't understand why I was benched. And game after game, I wasn't getting an opportunity. I probably would not want to take the coach's name, but I think one game, our striker got injured. I was on the bench and I thought I'm going to get a chance. And the coach didn't change me. And afterwards, in the dressing room, he said sorry to the striker who was playing. And he said, I'm sorry, I couldn't change it because there was no substitute. I spoke to my father. I was almost in tears. And I said, probably I would want to come back. This is not happening here. And this is sadness, this is humiliation, this is a lot. And, you start doubting yourself. The coach doesn't trust me. I'm not in his agenda, and probably I should move on, do something else. But you know what, Sameer, when things aren't in your hand, it's also a good way to look at it. Because you can only control the things that are in your hand. If the coach likes me or thinks I'm capable is not in my hand. How the coach sees me is not in my hand. Someday it might change.
Yeah.
But at this moment, he thinks I'm not good enough. Maybe he has a point.
Yeah.
So the good thing was I started working hard on myself. I started being positive and thought, okay, right now I'm not getting a chance. That's fine. But one day I will get a chance. But if I keep sulking and I don't train and I be negative, the day I get my chance, I will not be good enough.
Talk about the other moments in your career where, you were again made to feel these same things all over again.
I think the next one that I remember, Sameer, was I had an ankle injury. It was a ligament 2 tear. And I was given an option of either getting a surgery or trust your body and let it heal. So I chose the latter. And Bob Horton was our national team coach. We traveled to Barcelona for a camp before the Nehru Cup.
Yeah.
And I was just like a baggage because I wasn't doing anything. I was there just doing my rehab with the physios and the boys were training for 2 months. You start feeling a little bit sad because you want to participate, you want to be there. And also in your head, you know that you're taking one person's place. There was pressure mounting on me every day, not from others, but for myself. And then I came back. And the first game that I played, because I was rushing, I broke my ligament again. And then there was so much of backlash that why it happened, why he was taken, when he needed rest, why again, all those things, which was legitimate. And then you go into this cocoon of thinking that everything is your mistake. You shouldn't have gone. And it's a very dark place. When I'm injured, I'm really bitter.
Yeah.
I'm very harsh. I think those 3-4 months, my family struggled a lot. And those 6 months was so bad. And then you gain weight because you're not training.
Yeah.
Sometimes you start eating out of anger, which is a big no for sports people. And you're just negative. So yeah, that was a really bad phase.
Do you look back at that and say, could I have reached out to somebody? Could there have been somebody I could have spoken to? Somebody who could have guided my thoughts? Somebody who could have told me how to channelize your mind at that point?
Now when I look back, yes, I think so. At that moment, I was too negative, Samir. And there was no scope of going and talking to somebody who's not going to judge you.
Yeah.
20, 30, 40 years back, if you lost a game and you were sad, it was normal. You were sad, it's okay, cry, get up and go at it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even now, this is not a bad mantra to follow. In the initial stages, where you fix yourself. But if you cannot, you got to ask for help.
Yeah. I want to talk about your stint in Portugal and the fact that you went as one of the only few people in India who's ever achieved a feat like that, to be able to go abroad. What was that experience like for you? Was it hard? Was it good?
So what happened was I went to Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
I was signed for the main team, A team. I had a 4-year long deal. The day I reached there, the head coach saw me for like 1 week and he said, you know what, you're not good enough for the A team. You've got to go and train the B team. To my disappointment and my bad luck, the boys in the B team were better than the A team.
Wow.
And they were all in between 17 to 20 because the B team is where they groom the kids. And I was 25 then. Now in the B team, I was training and I was happy. The training was top notch, but I wasn't getting enough chances to play. 30 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 15 minutes here, which was fine for the first 6 months. But later on, I started struggling. Yeah. So eventually I took a decision of coming back to India after, I think, 9 months.
You're India captain. You're the guy who's scoring hat-tricks. Like you're singularly holding this mantle of football in the country. That's got to be stressful as well, no, at times?
It's just the way you look at it, Sunil. Fortunately or unfortunately, I played initially in Calcutta.
Yeah.
So you cannot go out, in shopping malls. Anywhere you go, they know you and they will voice their opinion.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to shut off, you could stay at home and that was okay. But the moment social media came in, now anyone can say anything they want after watching a game, and the disappointment level depends on them. So initially I used to get angry because there is one constant thing is no player wants to play bad.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I play super good in every game. I will play bad some games. I will miss chances, stupid chances sometimes, easy ones. But when you are so sad that you missed a chance and you come back defeated or having lost a game, and then you get abused by anyone and everyone, I used to get angry. I still remember after a Guam game, we played very bad, and जब मैं वापस इंडिया आया तो आपके पुतले जलाए जा रहे हैं कलकत्ता में, and it's shown on TV and your mom saw it, and then when she calls you, she's just blatantly sad. I don't mind criticism. You can say I'm bad, I was the worst player, I can't touch the ball, I can never score, he'll be finished. All these things are fine. The only thing that hurts me is abuses, because that is not needed.
Have you had moments away from football that you felt low, that you felt not comfortable about things?
It has something. And it is as normal for anyone. We all go through it. I always think the first stage is when you're really sad and you get depressed. If you really have a great surrounding who are all positive, who understand, it always helps. It's the second stage where I've seen a lot of my friends where they cannot deal with it. Where they start giving up, where they think, it's too much. Then I really say that people should seek for help. Because now, the kind of world we are living in, there are so many people out there. In and around you, there are professional people who can help you. And what I'm saying somewhere is, I know a lot of footballers who have sought help and they are doing well. A small example, if you get an ankle sprain, there are 15 people in the club who go mad, from the doctors, the physios, the masseurs, everyone, to make sure that the ankle heals and you're back on the pitch. We got to spend the same amount of energy and time on making sure that everyone is mentally fit also.
Bang on.
Because no matter how physically fit you are in my sport, and I can say pretty well for all sport, if your mind is not working hard or working properly, you cannot do anything. You can be the fittest player physically, but your mind is going to tell your body how to deal in a given specific moment in the game.
Yeah.
So there is no way you'll perform to your optimum level if you're unstable here.
As Captain Fantastic, all the answers you've given today to all my questions have been fantastic as well. Sunil, I got a game for you. It's a fun game.
All right.
This is Mind Matters Time Out with Sunil Chhetri. Captain Fantastic, your first question. What is your comfort food to de-stress?
Ooh, Rajma chawal. White
Rajma
rice.
chawal. Fantastic, my favorite too. A song that immediately brightens your mood.
Lose yourself, Eminem.
Nice, nice. Okay, 3 small things that make you very happy. 3 small things.
A window for a nap in the afternoon.
Okay,
The upcoming cheat meal.
nice.
And spending time with my wife.
Brilliant, brilliant. Want to reverse the order? Say the wife first and then say the next 2 after. Okay.
Make sure you do that in editing, please.
We'll do that. Mind matters because
It is the motherboard.
who do you speak with to brighten your mood?
Oh, not a single person. There are many. Depends on what's going in my mind.
Say wife, na?
Wife, of course.
Correct, wife.
Of course.
We- What would you rather eat when you're in a bad mood? Ice cream or chocolate?
None. If I'm in a bad mood, no.
None?
My cheat meals are only in happy times.
Okay, okay. What the world needs now is?
Understanding.
Okay, I got a last one out here. What's the best mental health advice you've ever received from anyone?
Don't keep it inside you. It's all right to speak up.
I truly feel that by people watching greats like you talk about the fact that there's no harm in reaching out for help, it'll make a difference to them because a lot of people in the world are struggling right now. So thank you so much for representing us. Thank you so much for being the bestest captain that we've ever had. And may you go on scoring goals. And thank you for this lovely chat.
Thank you so much, Samir. I enjoyed it.
That was Sunil Chhetri and his journey to improve his mental health. Anything can trigger your mental health issues. What's important is that you understand these signs and you act upon them without any delay. Let's look at health as being both physical and mental, because your mental health deserves the same attention as your physical health to be totally healthy. Now, there are toll-free helplines, apps on the phone, there are counselors, doctors who are there waiting to help you get better. And then there are brands like Future Generali that are at the forefront of creating awareness about mental health. They have a specially curated section on their websites which has content and resources around understanding signs of mental health illnesses like depression, anxiety, insomnia, etc. Also resources that can help one manage and deal with them. Future Generali has launched the Health Total Insurance Plan that covers your mental and physical health because mental illness can weigh in on both your emotional and financial facets. You can log on to general.futuregenerali.in/mindmatters or click on the link in the description to know more. Stay tuned for our next episode on Future Generali Mind Matters.